Right then, let's have a look. Right, let's do it. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, for a 6th season running here in the Extinguished Motorsports, coming off the back of a Passy World Championship and actually 2nd World Championship, ladies and gentlemen, that he has claimed here in the Susie Wolf division in Extinguished Motorsports. But coming off the back of the 5th season, of course, we're going into season 6 now, which feels absolutely crazy for Extinguished Motorsports. But of course, brand new season, a new selection of tracks, and a world of wonder around who will be victorious come the final round, ladies and gentlemen. 10 rounds for the drivers to make their mark, and that all begins here today for the first round in the stunning streets of Singapore. 12 drivers join us for round 1 of season 6, and we return on the Wednesday evening. We've got many new drivers. Drew is in the chat. Hey, mate, how are you doing? Is there big stakes this race for the championship? What are you doing? Oh, it's a new season. Yes, new season. We are starting a brand new season here in Extinguished, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get the face cam on for you in a second. I'm just give me a moment. Hang on. Where are we? Will we pop up? Yes, we will. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Face cam is on, and the new season begins in Extinguished, where 13 drivers join us under the lights. And I'm so glad that that we have put on the night time, because many people forget to put on the evening races here in the Marina Bay circuit, and it is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But when you've got the night time, it is amazing with the bright spotlights beaming down on the cars. Lee gonna win it all, says Blake. Lee Q in the Aston Martin. We'll see what he can do. Oh, that is my bad. Need to go on Do Not Disturb. Just before we start, but a few new changes for tonight's stream, ladies and gentlemen. We have a short qualifying session, of course, as usual, and then a 50% race which follows, which is, of course, as we usually do. And then after that, at the end of this session, we've got some post-race interviews. So if any of the drivers are in the chat and they fancy having an interview later on, let me know, and we're going to do that through the Extinguished Discord server. So let me know, and we can have a quick interview here on the stream. And that is going to be something just a little bit different that we haven't done before. And then after that, I will be posting probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, I'm going to be posting. It's going to be between 2 and 8 minutes, a highlight reel of the race, but it just depends on how good the racing actually is. You know, come the end of this Grand Prix. So we're going to see if it's going to be any good or not. During the chat, Jack, do you know who Charlie Kirk is, and if so, do you know what happened? I know who he is, but I don't know. I didn't know something's happened. You have to let me know what's gone on. Chat is looking very dead right now, but hopefully we can. Oh, there is a few people in there actually. My bad. I see Patrick Dodge lurking around in there. I've not seen that man in a while. It's good to see you, mate. If you are in here, we've got Fatality, which is a driver I haven't seen yet, possibly a new driver for this season. With a 1 minute 30.5, ladies and gentlemen, kick-starting this afternoon. Off done Pedrito over the line in the Alpine with 1:31.6 and 1.1 seconds down on the fastest man of this section so far, Lee Q, the man that Drew has put all his money on, all his chips today. He is running 3rd place, of course, but no time on the board. 30% battery left for him as he heads round towards the line. And we'll see if this will be a lap. I don't think it will. He's on the medium ARS now and recharging. Red 44 Dog with a 1:33, 2/10 faster than Fatality. Lee Q over the line. He puts it in P4 now as Andrew Pittsmith into 2nd place in the early stage of qualifying, which is not too shabby at all for AP. Do you know how he does the events like his rallies? He was doing one today and he got shot in the neck and died. You just You just sent that, and normally you're joking around, so I just went and looked it up. He did actually get shot. That's crazy. That is not great. That is not great. But qualifying, ramping up quite nicely, ladies and gentlemen. 8 drivers with times on the board. It's Collins, the fastest man in the Ferrari with a 1:28.8. Look at the gap. Ollie Jelly over the line in second place then. That is not a bad time at all, is it? He's, well, 1 second behind P1. Collins is absolutely rapid, ladies and gentlemen, in the early stages of qualifying. Still 11.5 minutes of this session left, so nobody can be counted out just yet. But we're going to see, of course, who can be victorious this afternoon with 11 minutes left. Then a 50% race coming up just after this too. 13 drivers to get us through it. And then hopefully if we get a good race, we're going to get a very nice highlight reel coming your way as well later on, which of course is going to be quite nice for the people that actually race in the league. Of course, they can go back and watch the action and the best bits. But Speed Freak is on the track. P6 for him, best at the moment. Is he on a lap? I think he is. This looks pretty fast then to kickstart this off. Actually, I will back Lee and Collins because I know people whose last name are Collins. Fair enough. Lee and Collins then, everybody, is what Drew's putting his money on. I do see a few people lurking around in the chat, which is nice to see. And I do appreciate all the support as well as of recent, everybody, because just today we have got our second Twitch payout processed, which is incredible stuff, and I am extremely happy about it. Hard work is paying off, so thank you very much. As Passy on the lap, 8.5 seconds this man is up on the previous 1 minute 40.1, so I'm not surprised he's found time. Passy is a 2-time world champion, the only double world champion in the Susie Wolf tier, and Passy towards the line. It's going to be a P2 just behind Collins in qualifying, with a bit of a smaller gap then that Ollie Jelly had. It's a still pretty hefty gap. Collins is absolutely rapid around the streets of Singapore. Well in. Are they Drew, are they emojis from Angry Ginge? Looks like something that would come from him. Yeah, I thought so. Right then, everybody, 9.5 minutes. As, yes, like I mentioned earlier on, Passy, the only double world champion in this tier. And could he go on to do the same thing this season? I really don't know. I'm going to quickly check the Drivers' Championship. I know Collins has raced here a lot. I don't know. Yes, he was a reserve driver last season. I don't know what the situation is this season. But last season he finished 8th in the World Championship standings. He didn't actually attend many races either because reserve driver. So, yeah, 184 points that he finished on, as opposed to Passy with 392. So yeah, 8th place for Collins. But this qualifying session is proving difficult to beat for the Ferrari today. I'm not too sure if he's a full-time driver. I'll have a quick look if the teams have been sorted out. Don't think they have. I'll have to check at another point. But either way, I do really hope that Collins is a full-time driver, because this is some exceptional stuff. I only intended to subscribe for the 6 months, but it auto-paid again, so I thought, why not? Fair enough. And yes, to anyone in the chat, if you've got an Amazon Prime subscription as well, you can subscribe to the channel for absolutely free. It is a very good way of supporting me, and yeah, it just helps out a lot, everybody. But St. Power is on a lap in the Red Bull, and I don't think he's on a lap actually this time around. He's harvesting the battery, so we'll have to wait again. But hopefully we can get a good time from him. He hasn't set one yet. He's down in P11, with Stray Dog being the last man at this moment in time with 1 minute 32.2 here in Extinguished Motorsports, the first round of Season 6. And the post-race interviews coming your way at the end of the race, which is something that I haven't done for absolutely ages. But it's going to be so good to get onto it. Hopefully some people want hopefully some people do want to get interviewed, and hopefully we can get that sorted. But is it Q1, Q2, or Q3, or just one? It is just normal, just short qualifying. So at the end of this 7 minutes, Drew, we are going straight into 50% race. And then done for the night after the interviews, which I'm not too sure if we're going to get many, to be fair, because I did put a message out and there hasn't really been much, feedback on it. So I'm hoping that people at the end of the race, I'm hoping we get a good race, and then people are looking forward to it. Yeah, should have figured out only 13. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think if we had a bigger grid, I think we'd maybe do the full qualifying, but 13 drivers, not really much point, of course. But Collins with a 1:28.8, that is absolutely crazy, especially given that it was his banker lap as well. It's 6 minutes and 30 seconds left, sorry, and the gap between 1 and 2 is about 0.6 of a second, ladies and gentlemen, between Collins and Passy, which... Is it going to be beaten? I'm not too sure. Collins seems to be going faster this lap around. This man is scarily good on the streets of Singapore. And I think where it's really going to get solidified is if we can go to next week and he is good there as well. Or is it just going to be a fluke? Oh, never mind. McLaren spinning around on the track. 0.2 faster for Collins then. It's a 1:28.6. Incredible stuff. The gap's now 0.8. And Passy has got to get a move on this lap around that he's going to do after this. Hopefully he's on his out lap right now, preparing for the lap of his life, because Collins has set an absolutely unbeatable time, 1:28.6. Passing nowhere near at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. The gap 0.8 of a second. Did you watch Monza? Yes, I did. I think a lot of people said it was boring. I'm not going to lie. The first half of the race, I found it really, really exciting, and then it did kind of drop off after that. I've just got a message saying Wolfie's going to join us in the chat as well now, which I am well happy about. It's going to be good. Wolfie is going to join us in the chat. The man that has sent about 5,000 bits, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. Crazy stuff. And I think he's been subscribed for about 8 months as well. And here he is. The man is here. Yes, of course he is. Wolfie plays in the chat. It's good to see you, mate. Welcome in to the stream. Yeah, I'd say first 20 laps were good. Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, first like 20 laps or so, there were exciting stuff, and then it just kind of dropped off, didn't it? It weren't that exciting. Yeah, bit of a snooze fest kind of thing, but first bit was all right. But anyway, to anyone that's just joining, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first round of Season 6 for Extinguished Motorsports. And it is the Singapore Grand Prix with 4 minutes to go of qualifying and then the 50% race. Collins at the moment is absolutely smoking the field in the Ferrari. What were your thoughts on McLaren orders? So let me get my head around it. It was I can't remember what happened. Drew, if you can explain it to me again, because I totally forgot. I know it was something about them switching positions or something because the pit stop was slow or whatever. And it was the team's fault and not. Apparently, wasn't it like Lando played the team game or something? Singapore brings flashbacks. How so, mate? I think I might be forgetting something. What happened? What happened significant at Singapore in one of the league races? I can't remember. Was he not very good? Doesn't sound good. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, everybody, of qualifying. And I'm really hoping we get a good season. I really, really am, ladies and gents. But we will have to see. As 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, Collins absolutely smoking the field in the pit lane. Not sure if he's going to have to come out again, to be fair, because he's done an absolutely brilliant lap. Hit the wall into turn 5. Not ideal, that, Wolfie. Not ideal at all, was it? Can Passy improve with a 40% battery in his Alpine, which is going to help with engine power, and he will go for it on maybe the next lap around, or is he going to wait? Is he going to wait? I'm not too sure. 3 minutes to go, though. Not a lot of waiting you can do now, ladies and gentlemen. It is all about the push. It is all about the push, and qualifying soon to come to a close with the 13 drivers. Norris was ahead of Piastri. They both needed to pit still, but Lando let Piastri pit first at risk of it. Well, I don't know, to be fair, mate. I really don't know. I mean, at the time, I thought it was pretty fair. I think I remember thinking it was like fair enough, but I think there was a lot of backlash about it. I don't know. What's your guys' opinions? What do you think? Do you agree or not? Have to let me know. Well, we've got 2 minutes left of qualifying. Passy now is going to go for it, and this will be the lap of the weekend for him. He has to go, ladies and gentlemen, and Passy is going to absolutely fly if he gets the opportunity to. 80% battery now, and this man has got a hell of a lot of catching up to do on time. He hits the wall then on the exit here in Singapore. 1:28.8 is the time. Passy did improve then. That is completely my bad. I'm so sorry. I must have missed his lap because he's brought the gap down absolutely massively. Collins 1:28.6. Passy 1:28.8. The gap 0.2 of a second between 1 and 2, and the two-time world champion could be on for pole position for the maiden race of this season. And the Alpine is absolutely flying at the moment into the end of the second sector in a few moments' time. Oh, he spins it around the Alpine, loses his rears with a minute to go, and Passy finds himself sideways here in Singapore. Haas flies past him, I believe. Oh, the Mercedes, sorry. And wow, that is how quickly things can change. Passy has completely ruined that one for himself then. I'm not entirely sure if he's going to go again. Looking like he's trying to race to the line, so I think he is trying to go again, ladies and gentlemen. Collins is on an out lap as well to try and just give himself a bit of breathing room between him and second place. Qualifying very nearly complete now. We've got the RB of Fatality in P3 in the pit lane. Will not be coming out for a final lap, so P3 or below then. He will be starting. We've got Red in the Aston Martin, P4, 1:29.6 in this session at the moment, and he is on a flying lap. Let's see if he's improving into the end of the second sector. It is 600ths of a second up then for the Aston Martin on this lap around. 10 seconds left of qualifying. Let's go get those wheels turning then for Red in the Aston Martin. Fourth place, his teammate Lee Q behind. The man that Drew is backing today. He finds 0.6 of a second on the last lap around. Red, his teammate, with absolutely no battery left across the line here in Extinguished Motorsports. It's going to be P4 for him, a 10th improved, but it is not enough for any position changes. Passy 2, Fatality 3. Ollie Jelly then puts it in 4 at the end of qualifying. Red 5, Lee Q in 6 at the moment. Speed Freak will take 7 as he's invalidated now. Andrew Pittsmith in 8th. Percival at the moment in 9 and not finding time in the middle sector, but he could at the end of this sector. So we're going to see his progress. Don Pedrito is up 0.3 of a second in the middle sector too. This man could be on for serious time here with a 1:30.8. Will he improve then? Flying towards the line, ladies and gentlemen. Don Pedrito, it's going to be P9, 1:30.597 at the end of quali. Collins with a 1:28.4 improves even more, and he is going to be the man on pole position for the maiden race of season 6, ladies and gentlemen, in Extinguished Motorsports here in Singapore. Collins takes pole position in qualifying. Next up, the 50% race, but what a qualifying session from Collins. And after that performance, we are expecting an absolutely brilliant race from him today. So hopefully that can be what we get. But in the chat, just not great. Are they really? No. Spin. Jack, want to see something I can do. Go on then, mate. What can you do? Surprise me. No! Well, there we go. 500 bits from Wolfie Plays. Is that 6K now? It is 6,000 bits. Mate, you're mental. 6,000 bits sent on Wolfie. He's got a little blue thing now on his name. Crazy stuff. 6K. Mate, going crazy. Thank you very much, Wolfie. I appreciate that. Can you explain to me what bits are? Basically, one bit is worth a penny, pretty much. So, for every 100 bits, it's £1. Pretty much, around that anyway. So we pay Jack our wages. There we go then, everybody. That is the qualifying session complete for Singapore. Collins on pole, by 3.5 tenths here in Singapore. It is Passy second place, the two-time champion, trying to fight back, but at the moment he's been absolutely outdone by Collins there. Fatality, third. Ollie Jelly, 4. Red in 5. Lee Q, 6. Speed Freak, 7. Andrew Pittsmith, 8. Dom Pedrito, 9. And Percival rounds off the top 10. Then it's Stray Dog, 11. 12 didn't catch it. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for your qualifying session. Yes, thank you very much for that, Wolfie. 6,000 bits sent. We'll hit that 10k one day. We'll hit that 10k one day. We'll get there. Jack, are you on comms tomorrow? Yes, I'll be on comms. So my schedule at the minute, yeah, it's going to be PGS on Thursdays tomorrow. Friday, I've got a one-off race for EA Racing League at 5:30, and then I'm on for CPG at 8. Saturday, I've got EA Racing League again at 8 o'clock. Sunday, I've got EA Racing League as a one-off for 5 o'clock, and then 7:30, we are back for our league, which is crazy stuff. I've not commentated there for so long, but that is going to be a exciting one. Ladies and gentlemen, but thanks for joining us in the chat. If you are at the moment, thanks for the bits, Wolfie. It is much appreciated. Make sure you share in the stream this afternoon, and if you do not know, we are doing post-race interviews at the end of this. So once this race is complete, hopefully we can get some interviews done, and I'm hoping we get some good action as well, because I've got to make a highlight reel this afternoon as well for this race. So if we don't get good action, it's just going to be highlights of absolute rubbish. So come on, guys, let's give us some good racing. Hopefully we can have a nice one. Season finale Friday 8 p.m. More drivers. Oh, welcome to join. That is good to hear. If I didn't commentate, mate, I would definitely race. I definitely would race. And yeah, my mate Drew in the chat, I don't know if he fancies doing it or not, but I know that he drives sometimes. Maybe him and our other friend Blake would want to join in, but I'd probably doubt that, to be fair, but just giving you the option, I don't know. But yeah, CPG is pretty fun. There's my cousin racing CPG as well, so making big connections in there, but Extinguished Motorsports, ladies and gentlemen, that we are here for, and we should be going soon. I cannot remember if we get a formation lap here. I'm absolutely useless. Sorry, I was doing something. What did you say? Oh, no, Wolfie was just saying... 2 minutes break, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Wolfie was just saying that CPG need drivers on Friday, so I was just saying you and Blake might want to join in with that, but that is a Friday night one-off thing, but I just said you probably don't want to, but I was just letting you know just in case you fancied it one night. Formation lap is on, says Stray Dog. Want to fill up the grid due to Mercedes and Ferrari scrapping for the title. That sounds good. Sounds really good. But we will be back for CPG, ladies and gentlemen. Busy Friday, think so. Unfortunately, that's no worries, mate. You didn't have to do it anyway. I was just letting you know just in case, because he needs drivers. So I'm just, maybe if it was one of them Friday nights that you just fancy playing something. But anyway, formation lap is on, everybody. We're going to have a 2-minute break. We're already halfway through that now. Yeah, 57 will be going. So that will be... Oh, it is. You're right, Jack. It's the very last Friday. Oh, my God, it is. The very last Friday. Them Fridays that have missed many races because it's Friday night. And now we're going to Monday. We're going to Monday for CPG, everybody. That is going to be so good for me. It really is. Monday is going to be amazing. So grateful you guys have changed it. It's going to be so much better. Be really good. But, yes, 57 now. Formation lap is on as well, so we'll be going in a moment. And there you go, right on cue, ladies and gentlemen. The formation lap begins here in CPG. Wow, no, it's Extinguished Motorsports, my bad. Facecam will go as we start the race, and then I'll bring it back on. I'll bring it back on just as we, go into the second and third laps. But we'll go faceless for the moment, so you get the best view of the race start, ladies and gentlemen. With Collins, the man on pole position today, 8th place that he finished in the World Championship standings last season. And he joins us since season 6, I assume, as a full-time driver in the Ferrari. and, you know, done very well in qualifying. What a performance it was. But as we know, qualifying and race pace are absolutely different things, and this could be a completely different Collins we see here in the race, ladies and gentlemen. Passy could be much better on the race pace. Collins could be much slower. Could be the other way around. We'll just have to see from race start in a few moments' time. More things, you can confirm the calendar and the schedule on Friday. Okay, that's really good, mate. I'll just when it comes round, you have to message me to let me know to do that, because I'll probably forget. But yeah, if you let me know, I'll definitely announce all that stuff for you on the Friday. Yep, good stuff. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen. This is its season start in Extinguished Motorsports. Collins will lead us away. 13 drivers this afternoon. We're missing 7 for a full grid. Hopefully we can build that up throughout the season in the 6th one. Of course. But Pepe's at the back of the grid. He'll be the one we're looking for to line up at the back to get this race started. We've got St. Power, Stray Dog in 11, Perceivable 10, Don Pedrito in 9, AP at 8, Speed Freak 7, Lee Q in 6, Red 5, Ollie Jelly 4, Fatality 3, Passy 2, Collins in the lead. If you're in the chat, put in your early race predictions. Who are you rooting for? Who do you think's going to be the race winner? Who do you think's going to be on the podium this afternoon? Let us know in the chat, because this race is about to get started in the streets of Singapore, the Marina Bay circuit, ladies and gentlemen. And we wait for Pepe's to line up at the back of the grid. We watch from the front of the grid then for the first round of Extinguished Motorsports, ladies and gentlemen, in Season 6. The lights build up to 5 here in Singapore. Held for a long time, and it's lights out, and away we go for the first round of the season. Collins off the line absolutely brilliantly. Hardly any wheel spin there, but up the inside line goes Passy to try and challenge him early stages. It's going to be Ollie Jelly behind, then sticking his car up the inside line. Fatality trying to stick it around the outside, but he gets pushed out wide now. And Speed Freak is going to try and stick it around the outside. He can't make a move at the moment. He stays behind. Fatality slips through to 4, holds his position in the early stages. Lap 1 of 31. Collins with an absolutely supreme start today. Passy second place. He's going to try and challenge him, but Collins still holding on to the P1 with a firm grasp, but we'll see if that changes. 30 laps to come after this one. Collins 1, Passy 2, Ollie Jelly in 3, just dropped back a little bit there. Fatality 4, Red in 5, 6, Speed Freak 7, Pittsmith, Don Pedrito comes in 8 then. It's Perceivable 9, Lee Q 10, St. Power in 11. Pepe's then looking for a move up the inside there, but can't do it right now in 12. And Stray Dog Racing, with not a too good start for him at all. He just dropped back the order in the early stages. 2 places he's lost already on the race start. Collins, Passy and Red have all stayed in the same position. We've had quite a few position gainers, more than position losers at the moment, but we've had Lee Q down 4 from the race start. He started P6 down to P10. Not ideal at all then for Lee Q, ladies and gentlemen, as he loses countless positions on the first lap of 31. Collins leads from Passy here in Extinguished Motorsports for the first lap of the season, and it's been a very successful one indeed. The racing has been good. It's Red then trying to make a move around the outside of Fatality, looking for that gap, but it just wasn't open for him there. He stays behind and has to hold the horses just a little bit. The Aston Martin, though, is raring to go for a move on Fatality, and when the move opens up, he will dart that car down the inside line without hesitation. Second lap of 31, though, and a very lovely start. We are back. You nearly witnessed Sergio and Ocon as up into the left-hander as race strategies on your screen side by side. It's Collins and Passy giving it a go, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Collins who still holds the lead of this race at this moment in time. But what a start to the first round of the season. It's Collins still leading. He's got Passy behind with a bit of pressure being mounted on him at the moment, but it's just how well can he deal with that pressure. What we're looking at the moment is Collins is delivering. He's definitely got the speed. Passy has definitely got the speed as well, and very much sticking behind him, which is what we like to see. Ollie Jelly hasn't dropped back either, so this could be your podium early stages, everybody. 1, 2, and 3 could be on your screen right now. Ollie Jelly in third position in the Red Bull. The sole Red Bull up at the top at the moment as his teammate St. Power down in 11, up 1 position from where he started though, so a positive start for St. Power in the second Red Bull. Ollie Jelly up 1 as well, so that team has done pretty decently, ladies and gentlemen, in the early stages to start this afternoon off. But lap 2 of 31 begins, lap 3 of 31 begins, sorry. And the fastest lap goes to Ollie Jelly as we cross the line. That is going to change quite a lot. Speed Freak with a 3-second time penalty in the very early stages. And the first driver to get a penalty there, you'll see 3 seconds for Speed Freak at the moment as tyres on your screen. Interesting choice then. Collins has gone for the hard compound tyres as opposed to Passy on the mediums. And Collins is actually holding him up pretty well. So this could be maybe a bad thing for Passy. At the moment, we'll see how it plays out. Wolfie, Jack, who is your most hated driver? I'm gonna have to put it out there and say Max Verstappen. I don't like that man at all. He's not my cup of tea, to be honest. You'll have to let me know what you guys think. Lap 3 of 31. Collins leads by 0.8 of a second, ladies and gentlemen. You're the GOAT. Oh, no worries, mate. What? Do you not like him either? Do you not like him either? I assume, given that comment, you don't. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. I don't like hating on people, but I don't really enjoy Max Verstappen. He's not great. Don't get me wrong. Can't deny his talent. I think he's a very good driver. Very, very good. But, oh, Pepe's retires, everybody. First retiree of the session, and the virtual safety car gets deployed. No safety car this time around, but it is the virtual. As Pepe's has retired on the first round of the season. Contact there as well on Lee Q and Percival, ladies and gentlemen. Contact in the early stages. First bit of contact with Saw, and he'll be lucky to not have any damage there. We'll have to see. End plate looks quite intact. But the Aston Martin did come into contact there with the Mercedes. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Wolfie. As Lee Q in the pit lane. So, yes, he must have had a bit of wing damage there because he's come into the pits to get it changed, I assume. The Aston Martin men look like they're waiting for the wing. Yes, they are. No, they're not. My bad. No wing. Jack writing notes. You know it, mate. You know, I'm only writing notes because obviously I've got to make the I've got to make the race highlights later. So I'm just trying to mark down, like, you know, maybe points in the race that I can talk about. I've got lap 3 virtual safety car and the contact. Of course, you've got lap 1 race start as well, which I'm gonna cut on there as well. But Pepe's has retired, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. That man is gone. We left with 12 drivers in this race this afternoon. And Speed Freak and Fatality giving it a good go then in this race. Fatality ahead of Andrew Pittsmith, but couldn't make that move past Speed Freak at the moment. We've got a battle here at the moment, a 3-way battle right now, which is what we love to see. Andrew Pittsmith trying to give it the big and trying to make a move there. We've got Fatality getting close to the wall as well, and his back end just snapping out a little bit. The Mercedes is just going to be very aggravated here in the dirty air. He's going to want to make that move as soon as possible. It's a long DRS train then all the way down into the final few corners, ladies and gentlemen, on the 4th lap of 31 as we head to the end of it now with the battle for P5 at this moment in time, and it is going on brilliantly side by side heading into the final corner. The Mercedes up the inside to try and make a move. Speed Freak with a penalty at the same time, but Red never mind, it's his teammate Andrew Pittsmith up the inside line. He's going to move up to P6, forcing the RB off the track. He rejoins them with the Ghost Sim, but the Alpine goes around, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? The Alpine goes around in the main Grand Prix, lap 5 of 31. Dom Pedrito spins the car around, gets it back on the track, but he loses countless positions, darting past St. Power now. Sorry about that, the commentary went a bit scuffed up there because I've just been absolutely took back by the fact that that pro gamer joins us back in the chat. What is going on? Oh, contact again. The Red Bull goes around St. Power, everybody, in P10. He's had contact made. He went round, but he caught himself back. And luckily, I don't think there was too much damage done by him there, which is pretty good. Can't believe it. That pro gamer back in the chat. I got to go. I'll join back later. No worries, mate. It's good to see you. It's been a while. It's been a long while. Welcome back. Shame. He's had to leave so soon, everybody. He's had to leave so soon. Lap 5 of 31 then in the Extinguished Motorsports first round of the season. Pepe's gone. Collins leads by 1.8 seconds to Passy. St. Power with a 3-second time penalty then, ladies and gentlemen, in this race. And what a start. What a start. Wolfie in the chat. If you do notice any good moments, could you like... It's all right if not, but I was just saying, could you maybe like try and like just DM me them or something, or like just the lap or whatever? Because I've been writing them down, but if I miss anything, it's just for when I make the video, you know what I mean? I can, I've got it all. I've got it all, so let me know. Just let me know. Lap 6 of 31 then in the streets of Singapore. Yellow flag in the first few corners. It is the Red Bull of St. Power. Loads of wing damage there, everybody, on the 6th lap. St. Power in the Red Bull loses his wing as he hits the wall in the early stages. The 6th lap, the Red Bull, the second time we've seen the Red Bull spin around today. The virtual... Never mind, it's a full safety car, everybody. The full safety car's out. Safety car has been deployed on lap 6. The second variant of a safety car that we've had today. And now, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to have to sit and wait behind the safety car, which can get pretty boring. So hang tight. Gonna go enjoy the rest of your. Gonna go enjoy the rest of your night and have a good day tomorrow at college. Thank you very much, mate. I will see you. I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining. In the pit lane then comes the Ferrari and the Alpine of Passy. Both decided to make the same decision. What has gone on there? Collins, did he lose a bit of wing there? That was... What is going on? What is going on here at Extinguished? No wing damage there for him. But he does come into the pit lane for the new tyres. Let's just twiddle our thumbs now. Yeah, this bit gets pretty boring. It does. Of course, safety cars aren't always the most fun thing, ladies and gentlemen, in the world, but we'll get through it. We've had 500 bits from Wolfie, which is just exceptional stuff. And if you've joined us recently, and I didn't mention it, thanks to everyone for your support, because on Twitch today, our second ever payout got processed and will be sent pretty soon. So thanks, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it, especially to Wolfie, actually, because a lot of bits sent from him. So thank you very much. But we hit the threshold again. We're going up in the world. It's been a really, really good. So thank you very much for that, ladies and gentlemen. That more life to him. Oh my. Tell you what though, everybody, it is good to be back on Extinguished Motorsports. It really, really is. God, I love commentating here. It is so chilled out. The racing is always nice. Safety car at the moment, but I'm sure when we go racing again, it's going to be a lot more exciting. And it'll be around lap 15 that will be halfway. So we're about a quarter of the way through the race right now. Yes, get sharing the stream then, everybody. We want some more people in here. It's pretty dead right now. Hopefully we can get some more people in here. Have to get the stream shared for the Extinguished Motorsports. We want to get this out to as many people as possible, of course, and, you know, build the grid up, get some more people in here. That is the end goal. That is what we want to be doing. So if you want to share the stream, go ahead and do so, just to add a few more viewers. But lap 7 of 31, Collins leads Passy second place at this moment in time. Like I've mentioned many times today, he is a 2-time world champion in Extinguished Motorsports for the Susie Wolf tier. And here he is, second place in the race today. A very good start on points for him, and it is all about consistency along the season. So Passy got it in him to be consistent all along the season. We'll have to see. Very early to say, but I believe 10-round season. And unfortunately, I can't tell you the calendar because here at Extinguished Motorsports, they actually vote for what track they want just before the race, or that week before the race. So you don't know what is coming for you, but I believe 10 rounds, 9 rounds after this one for the new Extinguished season. And I am very happy with that one indeed, everybody. But yes, we are switching it up just a little bit today. We have got post-race interviews coming your way. So if you have participated in this race and you want to be interviewed, I'm more than happy to do so, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of this race, I've got a whole new graphic for it. Let me just hang on a minute. I'll go on the right screen. Where is it? Let me while we're under the safety car, I'll quickly show you it. There we go. We've got post-race interviews, ladies and gentlemen, for this afternoon. So that is going to be quite exciting. Where it says Discord call, that is where you'll see the profile picture of the guy talking. So yes, that is going to be an exciting thing to do. So if you're in the race right now, at the end, if you've had a nice one or you just want to chat and be interviewed, you are more than welcome to join me. Yes, we'll have to see if anyone's going to join. I know I've been waffling on, but it's because the safety car's been out and it gets pretty sleepy during the safety car. But here we go then. That safety car is coming in at the end of this lap then, ladies and gentlemen. Yellow flags around, but it'll be green in a moment's time as the safety car will shoot off now here in Singapore all the way down to the pit lane and make sure it is in there before the drivers reach the final corner. And then we go racing again. We finally go racing again. Thank you, Lord. We're going to race again, ladies and gentlemen, here in Extinguished Motorsports. If you're in the chat, let us know who you think's going to be on the podium today. It's going to be a close call. Lap 8 of 31, Collins goes then in the Ferrari, and we go racing again in Extinguished for the first round of the season. The Ferrari is gone all the way down the straight then. Passy trying to catch him into turn 1, but at the moment, he is not able to catch him, ladies and gentlemen, on lap 9 of 31 behind him. Then it's Ollie Jelly in 3, Red in 4, Speed Freak 5, Pitsmith in 6, Lee Q 7, Fatality in 8 then as Lee Q flies past him into 7, Fatality just behind, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to try and make a move in the RB up the inside line. Will it be a move for him here on the 9th lap of 31? An absolutely brilliant dive, and he's through to 7th position, Fatality. Absolutely brilliant from him. He moves into 7th position this afternoon. Riley Kirk has been killed. My mate Drew was in the chat earlier. He said that he got shot. He said that he was shot, but I didn't know if I didn't know if he died or not. But crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. As yes, Collins then, ladies and gentlemen, on the 9th lap leads the Singapore Grand Prix. Passy 2nd place, and the order hasn't really changed at this moment in time as we head down the straight. And Collins sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He is absolutely flying. That man is driving beautifully today and driving really well indeed. Lap 10 of 31. We've got 21 laps to go of this Singaporean Grand Prix. 12 drivers here, and the Alpine on the exit there just gives a little bit of a love touch to the wall as he gets off it. Of course, hopefully no damage made for him there, but this is the margins we're working with here in Singapore. The track is so tight. You've got to be so tight and neat with it when you're heading around the corners. As Andrew Pitsmith and Fatality swapping positions. As Andrew into 6th, Fatality 7th position for him. Will it be a move then? Will it be a move for fatality? As he's gaining on the backside of Pittsmith. That is getting much closer, ladies and gentlemen, at the minute, as lap 10 of 31, St. Power with a 3-second time penalty. In front of that, sorry, I think there's maybe a move that could be happening around here pretty soon. Ooh, the Red Bull on the Alpine. Will it be a move up the inside line? Not just yet, not just yet. Ollie Jelly, fastest man on the track at the moment. Purple sectors for all three today. And lap 11 of 31. Collins still leads in that Ferrari. He is driving amazingly well. Passy second place. Ollie Jelly third. Red in 4. Speed Freak in 5. 6 AP. 7 is Fatality. 8 Perceival. 9 Lee Q. Don Pedrito 10. Stray Dog 11. And then St. Power in 12 at this moment in time, everybody. Not a hell of a lot going on right now. Hopefully it'll ramp up just a little bit later, but we have had a virtual safety car and a safety car today. If you're in the chat still, let us know. Let us know. Hopefully that pro gamer joins us again later on. It's been a very quiet chat this afternoon. It's really sad. It really is. But it is all good. It is all good. Glad that Wolfer, you've joined us today. It has made it a bit more exciting, but the 11th lap begins... Now begins lap 12, sorry, and it is Collins, the fastest man, just extending that fastest lap out. These guys getting faster lap by lap as now the 12th lap starts here in Singapore, and 12 drivers still giving it absolutely full beans under the lights. Stray Dog with his first penalty then. We'll have a look at penalties, actually. 3 seconds for Stray Dog, 6 for St. Power, 6 for Speed Freak. As we head into the first corner then with the back end of the grid, it's Stray Dog 11, St. Power in 12. And let's have a look then, shall we? Oh, St. Power nearly going into the wall there, just about catching the back end of his car on lap 12 of 31. St. Power very, very nearly, ladies and gentlemen, going around on lap 12 of the Singapore Grand Prix. As I was quickly just going to say, fatality now with a 3-second penalty. It's getting worse for the drivers, it really is. As pit stops on your screen, everybody now has made a pit stop, which means they should, theoretically, they should be able to go to the end of the race without pitting again. But 2-stop could work, so we'll see what the drivers decide today. A lot of drivers on the hards, a few on the medium compound today, but majority is dominated by the hards at the moment, as Collins is going to come round now into the DRS detection zone with Patsy, which means Patsy will pick up that DRS, and we're going to head then towards the line, ladies and gentlemen. The DRS didn't really do much there. Passy getting inches away from the wall as Collins just flying ahead. 0.8 of a second gap at the moment. Nobody being able to beat him right now, which is, it's crazy stuff. Collins is driving amazingly well, and you know, well enough that nobody is able to beat him at this moment in time, which is an absolute masterclass. It really, really is. Will it continue that way throughout the remainder of the season with the whole 9 rounds coming your way? We will just have to see. It's going to be quite exciting. Yellow flags then are out apparently, but that is not true to life, I don't think, as the whole track seems very green at the moment. There's Passy trying to gain on Collins. The gap 0.4 of a second. The rear's losing there for Collins, for Passy, sorry, as both on the hard compound tyres. Now, I've just realised that, and if I'm right, Collins is going to have to... I think Collins is going to have to pit again. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Collins was on the hards when he started, I think. And he's now on the hards again after one pit stop. I think Collins is going for that two-stop strategy this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, which is exciting stuff. Hopefully that works out for him. Yellow flags then in the middle sector as I think the Aston Martin of Lee Q and Percival had a bit of an issue there. Stray Dog in 10, Dom Pedrito 11. Contact then into the wall. There goes the Alpine. A bit of wing damage as well. He rebounds off the back of that Singapore GP signage. And the Alpine down in P12 now, trying to fight back with end plate damage on the front left. And the Alpine with some awful, awful damage and contact with the wall, which is not ideal at all, ladies and gentlemen, for him. Off the track there goes the Alpine with a bit of a move, attempted by the Red Bull. Keeping himself on the track, though, just about on the 14th lap. Oh, contact! The Alpine of Dom Pedrito finds the wall again. And for the second time today, he hits the barrier and now retires from the session. Dom Pedrito adding more wing damage to that Alpine. He just says, I've had enough, and retires from the first round of the season. That'll be it then, ladies and gentlemen, for Dom Pedrito. As he leaves the session as well. That'll be it for him, unfortunately, which is a shame. But he is done and out. Dom Pedrito leaves and retires after hitting the wall twice in the space of a lap and losing a lot of wing damage. I don't know if I'm right, but I am seeing a bit of rain, I think. I think I might just be seeing a little bit of rain. It's trickling down, it really is. This could be wet weather, ladies and gentlemen. Be ready for it, because wet weather pit stops could be coming in now. Battle's going on here then for the first time. It's going to be Passy around the outside line, ladies and gentlemen, for the race lead. And in 15 laps, this is the first time we get to see it. The battle for the lead. He has to concede. Passy, though, that is the most we've seen him do on the race leader. This is getting very exciting indeed. Yellow flags then, somebody's gone round. It is going to be the RB, sorry, of Fatality. Finds the wall now. As he brings himself back on. What is going on here then in this race? A lot of things going on, ladies and gentlemen, in the course of this race at the moment, which is pretty good. A lot of things are happening. But yes, we've lost 2 drivers, unfortunately. And now the wet weather is here. Rain is upon us, and in the pit lane is Collins. I assume for the wet weather it is the intermediates. Red 44 with a 3-second time penalty, and just adding to that tally. There's pit stops coming in now then. Absolutely brilliant stuff from the drivers as they make their pit stops for the wet weather, which just came out now, ladies and gents. Wet weather is upon us, and everybody deciding to go on the intermediate tyres now as they enter the pit lane to get on the new tyres, which are going to be better suited, of course, for the rain. So that is going to be perfect. Fatality with a 10-second time penalty for crossing the white line on the exit of the pit lane, everybody. That is going to be really, really bad for his race. As he now, with a 10-second time penalty, that'll equate to 13 seconds of penalties for him. That is very bad on lap 16. Well, we do find ourselves about half race distance now, everybody, in Extinguished Motorsports. About half race distance, which is what we like to see. And hopefully we can have a good race from here on out. If you're in the chat still, let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed the commentary so far. Passy, two-time champion with a 3-second time penalty. He now enters the pit lane with a 15-second gap to Collins, which he's going to get massively overtaken here, I believe, as we head down the straight. Collins then to make that move easily past Passy. Passy on his exit of the pit lane now, but Collins is absolutely gone. And through Passy staying out, that has cost him a lot of time. A lot of time indeed. He's now down to 3. Ollie Jelly makes a move. Even the McLaren might get through here. The McLaren does get through on the exit of the pit lane, everybody. On lap 17, Passy with the bad call there. Pits a lap late. And now he comes out in 4th position. That is really not ideal at all. Fatality with a 3-second penalty, everybody. The penalties are just racking up here in Extinguished for the first round. But it's been a very nice round indeed. I believe the Alpine made a bit of contact there with the wall of Passy, but he's going to try and make himself back up. Collins, what can I say? It's been a masterclass, absolute masterclass for him today. It really has been. Straight up with a 3-second penalty as I speak. But really, what a masterclass it has been for him. You know, leading the race at the moment, I think led every lap of the race, or majority of the laps. Not really had much fighting going on. You know, had a bit of a battle with Passy for a brief moment, but it wasn't for too long. And now, yeah, it's just what a race! Qualifying was an absolute clean sheet. Pole position easily done by him by 3.5 tenths, and now in the Grand Prix, he leads by 7.6 seconds in the wet weather on lap 18 now of 31 of the Singapore Grand Prix, everybody. If you're in the chat and you're racing today, make sure and remember that you can give an interview with me at the end of the race if you are wanting to, which, you know what, bear with me, everybody, because I will really quickly type that in the chat. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise. As I was sending that message into the Extinguished Motorsport chat, we have lost Saint Power, retiring from the session, and a safety car deployed again for the second time in this race, ladies and gentlemen. For the second time, a full safety car is out, unfortunately, on the 18th lap of 31, which is such a shame. And we lose Saint Power, another driver in the wet weather now. We've lost one driver now in the wet weather. The rest of the drivers, of course, we lost in the usual weather, but the safety car is out, which is going to take us, you know, around to lap 20, 21. Jack, always note down the final lap. I absolutely will. I will always. Yeah, the first lap and the final lap are two things in highlight reels that you always have to include. Then, you know, in between, it's just whatever, you know, whatever was good action. Safety car's out. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, because it gets pretty boring in this period, but we will be going racing pretty soon. Yes, if you're just joining us, safety car is out at the minute, everybody, and we'll be going racing as soon as possible. It's been a very nice race here in Extinguished Motorsports. It's good to be back on the Wednesday, it really is. And Fatality is on the wet weather tyres. Is this the right choice? Is it not? I do not know, but it is looking extremely wet out there. Looking extremely wet, everybody. Which is it what we want to see? Is it? I don't know. Not entirely sure. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that we get a good race out of this still in the second half, because it can prove difficult in the wet weather. So we will see what we're going to get out of it. But the top three, the top four now have caught up with the safety car on the 19th lap of 31. But Wolfie in the chat, thanks again, mate, for the 500 bits. It was that was amazing, and taking us another step closer now to getting the next payout next month as well. So helping me out a lot, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Actually need to save up for a laptop. Take around with me. Yeah, I need to save up for a laptop to take around with me at college. So yeah, it's gonna help massively, mate. So thank you very much. In the pit lane is red for maybe the wet compound tyres. Is it gonna be the full wets? It is. Wolfie, £100. What is the £100 you're talking about, Wolfie? Jack, did you get paid today from Twitch? No, I didn't get paid today. I have had confirmation that I have reached the threshold. This month, I've made $61, which means I'll probably get sent about 45 quid. Probably. Yeah. So that should get sent tomorrow or the day after, probably. This week, anyway. This week. But it's being processed, so yeah, that all should be sorted soon. But all thanks to you, Wolfie. A lot of that is donations. You know, there's obviously a bit of it is adverts, but adverts don't really play a massive part. It's a lot of it's donations. So thank you very much. It means a lot. I will maybe start streaming on TikTok again. I don't know. I did for a few races, didn't I? And then I didn't do it again because I can't remember why I didn't do it again. Maybe I could start doing it on there again. Not too sure, but I will see about that. As 11 laps of the race to go, everybody. The safety car's still out, and the wet weather is absolutely lashing it down on the track. Then many drivers on the intermediate still, but a few have decided it's full wet weather tyres here. So let's see, you know, which way it swings, which drivers are going to be the right ones at the end of today. We'll just see once we go racing in a moment. I did say we'll get going lap 20. Will it be this lap or will it be the next? I believe it will be this one, because everybody's really caught up. And on TikTok tonight, you were filming those. Yeah, fair enough. Now I wasn't going to stream on TikTok tonight anyway. I'd normally plan it a bit more than just do it right now. But yes, at some point I will stream on TikTok again, I think. Left car not in this lap, everybody. We're going to go round one more time. At 21 of 31 now. 10 laps to go of the first race of the season. How fast has that gone? 10 laps more. And we have completed one round of Extinguished Motorsports Season 6. Collins has done an absolute masterclass today. Absolute masterclass. Yeah, Wolfie, what did you mean by £100? What did you mean by £100? That's if you're in the chat anymore, I'm not too sure, but I was just a bit confused. But yes, saving up for a laptop, everybody. So helps a lot, and I'm gonna put every every penny that I earn with commentary at the minute towards getting that laptop. And hopefully, yeah, we can have a good laptop to run a good CAD system on, which I need. So yes, we're gonna have to invest in one of them. But lap 21 of 31, then everybody. 10 laps more before we complete the first round. Collins leads in the Ferrari. Ollie Jelly second place. Speed Freak 3. Passy 4. Pitsmith 5. Siebel 6. Lee Q 7. Red 8. Stray Dog 9. Fatality in 10. St. Power, Don Pedrito and Pepe's all retired from the session. Incredibly bright surface there in Singapore as the light shines down on the wet track, and we go racing once more, and hopefully for the final time this afternoon. Lap 21 of 31 begins, heading down into turn 1 then. Let's go racing again then, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 22 begins, and we go racing the Ferrari. Absolutely brilliant start from him. Ollie Jelly already trying to make up that move, but at the moment, half a second gap separates them, and hopefully we'll get a move. That Pro Gamer joins us back in the chat. We have missed you, mate. Welcome in. It's been an absolute eternity since I've seen you. Hope you're getting on well with the thing you said that you're doing at the moment in your school. Hope everything's going well for you in life. And it is good to see you back in the chat, mate. Moves from behind, Passy and Speed Freak giving it a good go then side by side. It's going to be Speed Freak on the back foot, Passy up the inside line. He makes one move up and he's back into third place. Now only one more place and he's back into where he started. Oh, was that a bit of contact from somebody there? I think we heard something. Maybe a bit of contact from the drivers. Thanks, I'm so mad at myself for not being on your streams. Oh, don't be, mate. Don't worry about it. No, I'm not going to stop streaming, so I'm always here. So, you know, you can join whenever. And, of course, they're always on the YouTube as well. I think it's going really well, thank you. How are you doing, Jackie Boo? I'm doing really good, thanks. I'm doing really, really good. Started college last week. And it was pretty good. But I've just said I'm saving up for a laptop for college, so working very hard on commentary at the moment to, you know, to get that laptop sorted. So I can have that for college. But lap 22 of 31. It's good to see you in the chat, that programmer. Glad you're here. Glad you're doing well. And you've missed a pretty good race, to be fair. The driver's absolutely sliding around the corners here in Singapore as Collins was on pole position by 3.5 tenths, and he leads. He hasn't even lost the race lead once, I don't think. He has had a sensational race. And the fastest lap is Collins as well. So if I am absolutely right, Collins might be going on for the Grand Slam here. He might just be on for the Grand Slam. Yeah, but I'm trying to keep my stream on being in your chat, mate. Can't give away my title. What a fan. Collins for the win, says that pro gamer. There we go. We've missed those predictions. Good stuff. What will Collins do? We will just have to see. That pro gamer, what happened to your name, by the way? Why did it all of a sudden get loads of numbers in it? It doesn't matter. I was literally just wondering, like, did you change your name or something? Or... Oh, trying to keep my streak of being in your chat. I get it. Is it your phone number? Oh, mate. What is going on? Lap 23 of 31. We have got wet weather still upon us, everybody. And if you are racing here today, just to let you know once more, that I am hosting race interviews at the end of this race. So if you want to be interviewed, let me know. I will do an interview on stream for you. For Siebel with a 3-second time penalty. And yes, we are going to hopefully get a good win today, Jack, I would call it. I am not bothering. Not bothering. No, that pro gamer I just said. What happened to your name? Why did it all of a sudden get loads of numbers in it? Did you change it, or what happened, or is it another account? Or is she just wondering because it changed? But yellow flags on the track apparently, but the game EA needs to sort this thing out because it says yellow flags all the time, and it really isn't. At the moment, it always happens after a safety car. As moves coming in here, then Stray Dog and Fatality giving it a good scrap at the back. We've got a mixture of intermediate and wet compound tyres today, with a lot of them being on the intermediates. Only 2 drivers on the wets at the minute. Fatality making contact with the wall up the inside line in the McLaren. He hits the wall twice then, trying to make a move there and fails with 7 laps to go of the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Can I have an interview, please? Lol, JK. Well, honestly, I would give you an interview, but because you've not been in the race, obviously I can't really do that. So yes, if you ever racing in a league and I end up doing post-race interviews at the end, of course, mate, you will be in on the interviews. But yes, lap 25 at 31, Collins still leads. This man. Not a penalty to his name. Andrew Pittsmith, no penalty to his name as well. These 2 drivers, absolutely superb stuff. Collins is driven brilliantly. I've explained it before. It is the driver's numbers of my favourite F1 driver. Oh yes, of course. Oh, fair enough, mate. Sorry, mate. I didn't realise. That makes sense. For a game, I'll be on Jack's stream again this week. Yes, to anyone that's in the chat and you're enjoying the commentary tonight, I will be live a lot during this week, ladies and gentlemen. It's Fatality with a 3-second penalty. Yes, this week I will be live a lot. I'll be live tomorrow night, Thursday, Friday I'll be live twice, Saturday I'll be live, and then Sunday I'll be live twice. So it's going to be a long weekend for me. But, you know, it is what it is, and I do not mind it at all. Like I said, saving up, so we are going to work hard, ladies and gentlemen, over these weekends, get some commentary jobs in, and it gives you guys more action, of course, to watch on the stream too, which is good. And that pro gamer, Wolfie, hit 6,000 bits sent earlier on, which is just sensational, isn't it? It's Passy, who was all the way down to 4. He slingshots into second place, and the Alpine with a superb move then. He finds P2, and now 3.8 seconds separates him and the race leader, ladies and gentlemen. Collins leads, but Passy is on track for a P1 if he keeps this up. He has got a 3-second penalty as well, which is going to really throw him under the bus. A very nice race, really has been. 5 laps to go, only 5 more, and then we're going to get the interviews in. There might even not be any. There might not be any interviews because I've said it a lot, and literally nobody has responded. So I don't know if we're going to get any interviews, everybody. I really hope we do, but if we don't, we don't. So we'll see about that. Aston Martin gaining here on the Mercedes Lee Q. Ooh, Percival smacks his rear end then on the side of the wall there on lap 26. And could have been a bit of damage there, but no, he kept it on the track, which is what we like to see, everybody. And the race soon to come to a close with only 5 laps to go on lap 26 of 31. And it has been really nice indeed. It has been slowed down towards the end, of course, due to fact that we have had a rain, but that is all good. Rain does not bother me one bit, and it actually does, you know, bring us some quite more exciting racing in my opinion. So Collins is going to head round now and start lap 27 of 31, ladies and gentlemen. That'll give us 4 laps to go before the race end. And this has gone absolutely rapidly. Collins leads and on for the Grand Slam to kickstart this season off and the first round in that scarlet red Ferrari with the white tints on the side and the wings. It is an absolutely beautiful car and he has driven it like it should be driven today. has this Ferrari of Collins. With only a few laps to go to bring this car home and win this Grand Prix. Passy 3.1 seconds behind. Oh, rear end snapping out then for Stray Dog Racing. Just trying to keep it on the track on lap 27 of 31. But wow then. Stray Dog in the McLaren just about keeping his car within the white lines, trying to chase down Red 44 Dog in the Aston Martin. This has been an absolutely brilliant first race. It really has. I've loved it. I loved every minute of it. There's been lots of little battles going on. It's been very exciting. Jack, can you tell me how the actual F Hajar got a P3 in Zandvoort? Mate, honestly, I don't know, but I was very happy for him. I was very happy for him indeed. Stray Dog Racing on Red 44. Will he make that move? Looking like he stayed back a bit on purpose there, just to try and keep the car in one piece. The McLaren stays on the track. As we head into the right-hander on lap 27 of 31 now, which we cross the line. We'll begin at lap 28 of 31. Collins, amazing stuff on 12 lap old intermediates. Passy he's not gained a single bit then on one lap around. It's been a pretty even lap from both drivers. Alonso Rookie of the Year, though. God, they love Alonso. You know, the young gun he is. Hamilton is the GOAT. I completely agree. By the way, Jack, have you heard the big news? I don't know what big news you talk about. You have to let me know. I'm going to have an absolute breeze, ladies and gentlemen, making the highlight reel after this race, because we've had some good action in here. We really have. And yeah, just to let you know, coming your way, it's going to be a short recap video in short form, like a TikTok kind of thing, that's going to be posted to social media. And then we're going to get, of course, a full, you know, about an 8-minute long highlight reel that's going to be made for you, that'll be posted to the YouTube. You guys here at Extinguished can, you know, go back and watch the race highlights of the best bits of the race. And, you know, that is really what makes it a lot better. Looking on my channel and seeing a video that's about an hour and 15 minutes long can be quite intimidating. But when you've got an 8-minute video that shows you all of the best bits on the race, that is what is, you know, that is what we're doing it for, ladies and gents. So you love to see it. You love to see it. Lap 28 of 31 then. Becomes lap 29 for these drivers as they cross the line. Lee Q with a 3-second time penalty. Up the inside line goes the McLaren. Will he make a move? He doesn't. Close my league, and it will stay closed until the middle of May. I did hear about you closing your league, mate. It's really unfortunate, but hopefully you can get it open in May then, yeah, and hopefully it can get running well. So we will see. Oh, no way. If anyone's been following the Charlie Kirk thing, Charlie Kirk has been pronounced dead. Which is crazy. It's crazy. Mental. That's crazy. The race soon to be finished then, everybody. Oh, got in the neck. Yeah, crazy stuff. Scrolling chat to see my big news. Yes, mate, I've just read it out. I don't know if you heard me, but yes, hopefully you can get your league started soon. I'm falling asleep, says Wolfie. Right, lap 29 begins lap 30, and the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix begins then, ladies and gentlemen. Penultimate lap has started. The wet weather, the rain coming down on the track, and the drivers have been giving it full beans. Colin has been driving brilliantly. Fatality at the very end of the race then in the penultimate lap. He hits the barrier, brings himself back onto the track. We did just about miss that one. He's back on then. Yellow flags in the final few corners. It's going to be fatality spinning round again, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a shame. This man not had the best of races today, but he brings himself into the pit lane and is looking like he might just retire at the end of the race. Don't know why. Probably he could carry on and get points, but unless it's never mind. I'll take all my words back. This man's got a puncture. He's got a puncture on the right rear. He brings himself back into the pit lane, just crawling round. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, after a long 30 laps, we're on the final one of this long race here in Singapore. We had a bright and sunny weather. Well, it wasn't sunny at all, was it? We were under the bright lights, but bright weather. You know, under the lights with fatality with a 3-second penalty. And it was decent stuff. Very, very dry until about halfway through. Then the rain started pouring. We had a bit of a different race then on our hands. Throwing a spanner in the works a little bit, but there's one man that has really, really just shone above the rest, everybody. This man of Collins, who in this scarlet red Ferrari with, of course, the tints of white, he has driven it like it is meant to be driven today. And it has been absolutely brilliant to watch this man do so in that Ferrari, leading by 2.3 seconds here in the streets of Singapore. And to kickstart this season off, it couldn't have been a better one for him. It has been a complete grand slam for him today. I believe a grand slam. He has been on pole position. He has took the fastest lap. He has led every lap of the Grand Prix. And today, it looks like he's going to come home and win it to complete that for. The grand slam is on the cards. And for the first round of the season, Collins in the Ferrari will complete that Grand Slam and wins the Singapore Grand Prix. He takes P1 from Passy second place. Lovely stuff. Lovely jubbly. Collins takes the win in Singapore. Passy second place. Ollie Jelly over the line will come home in third on the final spot on the podium. Speed Freak 4. Andrew Pittsmith will take 5 then, ladies and gentlemen. 6 is Percival once he gets there, but a few penalties, then he's going to throw a spanner in the works. What a race then, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining me for that. It has been really, really fun. I will, if you want to know what I'm doing this year, you can search. I'll have a look, mate. I'll have a look. But yes, we're going to get some interviews in a moment. Race winner Collins, fastest lap Collins, driver of the day, speed freak, most overtakes Lee Q. Cleanest driver is Collins, complete Grand Slam. What a drive. Collins wins the Singapore Grand Prix then from Passy second place, third place Ollie Jelly, then it is 4 Speed Freak, 5 ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Pittsmith, 6 Perceivable, 7 Lee Q, 8 Stray Dog, 9 is Red, 10 is Fatality, then 11 Saint Power, 12 Don Pedrito, and 13 is Pepe's, ladies and gentlemen. Jack is a journalist. Mate, I am far from it, but you know we're going to try and get a bit of an interview in. Just have a bit of a laugh with the drivers. You know, talk about what happened in the race. And yes, we're going to do that right now. The interview screen is going to come up in a couple of moments' time. But thanks for joining me for this segment. If you're going to leave right now, see you later. It's been superb. So thanks everybody. But we've got Collins in the chat first. I should have took a picture of the finishing results there, shouldn't I? Unless it's already in the race. Oh, no, my bad. Collins is already in the interview room. And, of course, that man has had an absolutely brilliant race. I'm going to go in there right now. Collins, 2 seconds, mate. I was really quickly just sorting this this issue out, and then we'll get started. Hang on.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
That is my bad, ladies and gentlemen. I've got it to put my picture on the screen in Discord, which is not what we want. I'm going to quickly change that over. My bad. As we don't want 3 people in there. Hang on. Ollie, could you just leave the Discord chat really, really quickly, and then once you see Collins leave, I'll you can just join back in. Is that all right?
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Thank you very much. Right then, that is all sorted. Right then, Collins. I mean, mate, what a first race! What a first race! What's your thoughts on that, first of all?
It was tough. It was tough. No practice. Well, we had probably about an hour practice beforehand.
Yeah.
But I've been away. I've been Monza the last week, and I've been in London working. So limited time on the F1 game. But yeah, good to get back on it. Good race with the guys. Good race with Passy as well. He's quick, as you know. I don't know what happened to him, but he fell behind, did he? Or bad pit stop? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, weather conditions changing didn't help. But yeah, the last 10 laps or so was tough.
Absolutely. We're being told that we can't hear you in the Twitch chat, so I'm really quickly just should be able to because the audio is coming through. Just if you're in the Twitch chat, let me know. Yeah, that program we can hear you. Never mind. Yes, mate. What a brilliant race. I was going to say qualifying. It took me by surprise. I wanted to ask you: Are you full time this season, or is it still reserve?
No, I'm still reserve. I work away a lot during the week, so I can't commit to every Wednesday. But for the Wednesdays that I am at home, I will be joining.
Absolutely, it's good to hear. So, of course, you say you're not going to be here every race weekend, of course, but have you got any expectations going into the rest of the season? Where do you think you maybe finish up on the championship standings? If you could maybe give a rough guess at the start of the season.
I'm aiming for. It's going to be hard taking first off Passy. He's quick. He's a quick driver, so maybe top 3. There's some quick drivers in here, so
Good to hear.
I don't know if 1 or 2 couldn't make tonight, but there was some from last season that hopefully we'll be back and join. So we'll have some good battles ahead.
Definitely. And then I was just going to ask one final question. Of course, for the tracks, we don't have a calendar, do we? It's a voting system. Have you got any tracks you're particularly wanting to come up during the season, or any favourites?
I'd say my favourite is Saudi. I do
good
like
choice.
Saudi roads. But yeah, close knit circuits, Las Vegas, Mexico, the Silverstone's always a good race, but with the DRS and everything, it's hard to get out of that DRS.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say Saudi or Australia if I could choose.
Absolutely.
They're all
Good to
good
hear.
tracks.
Well, thank you for your little short interview. I've got a few people waiting in the line, so if it's all right, we'll move along. But thanks for joining me, mate. It's been good.
No, appreciate it, Jack. I'll be watching this back, so big
Good to
fan.
hear. And then we have got a highlight reel coming out as well, probably tomorrow. So about 8 minutes. So it'll be a lot better to watch for best moments. So that's going to be
Wicked.
very good. So look out for that. But thanks for joining us, mate.
Cheers. Have a
Later.
good night.
You too, mate.
Bye.
Right, hopefully, the other guy that was in here a moment ago, hopefully he pops in, because I did say once, I don't remember who it was, I need to check. Hang on, you're going to see some Discord chat here in a moment. Who are we looking for? Ollie, wasn't it? Yeah, if you're in the chat still, everybody, I'm sorry that I've not been reading it. If you're enjoying this new kind of format for the interviews, it's quite exciting actually, it really is. So hopefully you're enjoying it. The interviews are actually quite good. So a few people in the chat, it's good to see, and we should be getting. Oh, hang on a minute. It should be. That's just gonna have to do for now. Ollie, how are you doing, mate?
Good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Remind me, where did you start, and then where did you finish?
I started P4 and finished P3, so got onto the podium.
Not bad. That's not bad at all. Good start to the season. First thing I'd like to ask you is, I know it's early stages, but you got any expectations you're going to set yourself? Where do you think you're going to finish at the end of the season? I've just asked that to the previous guy, but where do you think?
Well, I don't think I'm going to get close to Collins because he was rapid tonight, but
Yeah,
I think maybe finishing the top sort of 3 of the championship, that would be a good, maybe get a few wins along the way.
yeah, absolutely. Sounds good. I mean, drive like you did today, 4-3. It's just the consistency, isn't it? I think
Yeah, exactly.
along the
It was more
season.
about sort of my start was great. I picked the third off the start and just then sort of got in the swing of things, went up to second, and I'm not so fast in the wet, so yeah, but it was good. Just consistency every lap. I was just putting in good laps, so.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got, of course, the voting system of the tracks. Have you got any favourite tracks that you're looking for to come up this season?
I think I'd like to go to Japan and maybe Imola. I'd say Japan and Imola are my strongest tracks, so it'd
Good
be interesting to
choice.
see if we can get them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think 10 round season again, is it? I think so.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be good. Really, really good. Hopefully, keep that consistency up. It'll be a good championship finish. And then I'll put you on the spot. World Championship prediction this early. Who do you think for world champion?
I'm going to say Passy.
I
Passy
see.
snow tracks. Yeah.
Good stuff. I think honestly, I've got no. Of course, Collins is reserve, isn't he? I think if he was full time, I'd
He
probably say
is, yeah.
Collins. But good stuff. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining me, mate. I'm sorry it's short, but we've got a few people waiting. But
That's all right. Thanks for having me on.
that's
And
all right.
great comms as always.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you joining us, and hopefully, if we get interviews next week, see you on here again.
Definitely. Thanks very much.
No worries. See you later. Good stuff. 2 interviews down, everybody. 2 interviews down. I've never interviewed before. I'm not very good at it, but we are. We're just going along with it. I'm just trying to treat it a bit more like a conversation more than anything. We have got. Give me a memento. We're gonna get. Who have we got? Waiting fatality. Let me say. Ready. And he should pop himself in. Oh, just left. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, mate. You all right?
Yeah.
Not bad, thank you. I was just gonna say, could you maybe where did you finish? Was it 10th place? I think you finished 10th, was it?
Yeah.
What happened then? Would you like to talk us through it?
Yeah. So obviously qualified P3.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, I was doing practice for this race, and I knew it weren't going to be a good race for me because I wasn't getting a good feel for the track. But when I qualified P3, I thought maybe I might have a chance at a podium here.
Yeah.
But then don't know, I just kept losing traction out of the corners. I think my setup were a bit off, and then wet came.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The wet, it can be in some people's favour, can't it? But there's others where it does not rub well with them. But yeah, I've asked everybody else this, but what's your expectations going into this season? Where do you think you're going to finish in the championship?
Maybe like hopefully top 5, but it'd be. I feel I could be bold. I don't know. See when in the
We'll
coming
see.
races where it's like.
Don't doubt yourself.
Yeah.
Don't doubt yourself. It's sort of, I was just saying to the last guy, it's all about consistency, isn't it? So hopefully, we've got 9 rounds now, haven't we? After that round left, so a
Yeah.
long way to go for you. And it hopefully can be a good season for you. Is any particular tracks that you're hoping for to pop up in the coming
I
rounds?
mean, Australia's probably my best one. So
That was
I'll
the
probably
last race, wasn't it?
Australia
Last season.
yeah, last
Yeah.
race.
Australia's a good pick, definitely.
Yeah.
But yes, last question. World Championship prediction. Who do you think for the season? Early stuff, but there's no.
I want to say Passy.
Okay. I think that's a good choice. I just said to the last guy, I said if Collins was full time, I think I'd go Collins, but
Yeah,
Passy
pace are
2-time champion.
unbelievable today.
It is absolutely rapid, isn't it? Crazy. But
Yeah.
anyway, that will be it from me tonight.
Yep.
Thanks for joining the interview, mate. It's been really nice. And if I'm doing this next week, hopefully we'll see you in here again. Is that right?
Yep.
Absolutely brilliant stuff. Right then, I will hopefully speak to you next week, mate. Thank you for being on.
All right. Have a good night.
See you, mate. See you later. Ready for you, mate. There you Hello, mate. You all right?
Hello. Yeah, you?
Not too bad, thank you. It's good to speak to you finally.
Yeah, you too.
First time. Anyway, just remind me, where did you start and finish in the race?
I started P11, finished P8.
So made a few positions up, not too bad. And how do the points work here as well? I can't. Is it top 10 or do you get points?
So it's points from first to last.
Okay, so points for anybody. That's good.
Yeah. So
Yes,
hang on. I'll bring up the
Yeah, go on
point systems. Where the hell it were? Info. No, it has to be RC. That's from one. So I only got 30 points that race.
Oh, very nice indeed. Good for the first round. Yes,
Oh
I
no,
think.
sorry. I apologize. That's the wrong point system.
All right.
I'm still looking at WRC. Because we do WRC in the server.
Oh yeah.
17 points.
17. Not bad. There we go. We got there in the
Sorry,
end.
that's my...
It's all right. Anyway, I wanted to ask you, what do you think of your performance? Are you happy with it, or anything you're beating yourself up about, or whatever?
Singapore's always been a awkward track for me. I've never been great round it. I've either finished at some point round it, or I've died.
All right.
So finishing round Singapore is a bonus, but I wasn't expecting brilliant positions either.
Yeah.
But no, I'm happy with how that went. I'd say could have been worse. I could have been like one of the first few people to DNF. There's not really much else to really. I could have done to made better positions.
Yeah. Have you got any You got any expectations set for yourself going into next season? Where do you think you're going to finish? Maybe in the World Championship come round 10.
Drivers, I'd like to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
I would like to finish better than last season. So anyway, really.
Fair enough.
Finished top 10 last season, so this season, anyway, in the top 10 will be fine for me.
Yeah.
Me and Speed, because we're teammates again this season, are hoping to get fourth or better in the constructors. So it's just trying to consistently get points each race.
Yeah, absolutely. And moving on, any particular tracks you're hoping for coming up in the votings? Any particular tracks you're hoping to get for the season?
Well, next week we've got a choice of Imola, Zandvoort, or Monza. So personally, either Zandvoort or Monza will be brilliant. Imola is one of those, something like Singapore. I either do well, do poor, or I die. It's always been one of those tracks where
No in
I've never
between.
found a comfortable rhythm.
Yeah. Hopefully you get there at some point. But I was just going to ask, final question. I've been asking everybody. I know it's early stages, but as it's first round, I've got to ask. I want an early world champion prediction from you. Let's go drivers and constructors. Who do you think's going to win both?
I can't really tell with the constructors because I've mixed everything well up that much so that it's basically wide open because
Yeah.
I've mixed the slow drivers with the faster drivers, and things like that. Drivers, it could go down to the same people as last time. Red 44 Dog. I've no idea what his pace is like, and it's only like first round, and we had rain, so I don't know what his pace is gonna be like if it's a full dry and it's like Spain or Monza.
Yeah.
Or Zandvoort. So it could be the same as last season. Andrew Pip Smith, Linsky, and Passy. Unfortunately, we don't have Kohler driving with us anymore. He's wanted to concentrate more on Polish racing leagues.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. Who else? Jang Polden has not been happy with the game, and he's having trouble with his wheel and pedal, so he's not with us this season full time. He's going to race with us reserve wise. So it's a bit up and down. Pepe's unfortunately lost control of the car through the bridge section before the hairpin. So, and he's normally has some great pace as well. He missed a few races last season, so and some we only just started halfway through the season, so it could change. It could change like this season because like some people have started from the start of the season and not halfway through, so anything can happen. Say Collins is like racing with us reserve, so coming in the season, even if he's unfortunately it wouldn't get the drivers championship because he's not a full time.
Yeah.
And it sounds bad, but we just have to sort of really like I've seen other leagues who basically anyone that reserves doesn't get points, which is a bit stupid because no one's really fighting. No one's really fighting. But we'll just see how it goes. Usually this time of year, Collins is usually not is working, so he's he'll probably miss one or two be missing races at some point due to his work shifts and
Yeah.
times. But no, everything's still early doors yet. I'd say it's going to come down to Passy being one of the contenders, Pip, Linsky, Speedfeet might, Ollie. Ollie missed a few races last season, so he didn't really get ahead in for the driver's standards, unfortunately. But hopefully this season he can get in. He can be here for a few more races.
Definitely, yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining me on here, mate. I've got one more to do, so I'm going to get off of that if that's all right. But I appreciate you joining us.
That's all
It's been
good.
good. It's been good to speak to you. It really has. And yes, hopefully we can do these interviews again at some point, because actually I've really enjoyed it. It's actually been really good. So yes, good stuff. Thanks for being on, and I don't know who it is. I've got to interview now.
I have sorted out payment.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you. All right.
just before the interview.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Thank you.
And probably shouldn't say that. Probably shouldn't say that in the interview room, but
I mean, you manage this place, mate. So, whatever goes. But anyway, thanks for being on. I'm gonna interview Speed now, I think.
Yep, no problem.
And then that'll be it for the night with the interviews. Wow, voice crack, brilliant. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
All right, see you later.
Take it easy. See you later. You do, mate.
Right, everybody, I do apologise about missing everything in the chat. We've had some good interviews so far. One more interview, hopefully, from Speed Freak, who may be joining in a moment, or he not be coming in now. Not too sure. Oh, here he is. Hang on. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, mate. You all right?
I'm all right. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Just remind me, where did you start and finish in the race? Because I didn't get a picture of the results.
I think I started 7th, finished 4th.
Well, that's good. Very good.
Yes,
Stuff.
I think the pit stops helped me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, what was it? I was just behind Andrew, and I was in a bit of a Mercedes sandwich, and they double stacked. So I
Yeah.
kind of got a few positions with that, and I also think a few people damaged the wings. So while they were changing wings, I somehow managed to keep it clean and out of the wall, and avoided that damage that maybe a few of us didn't. And then in the wet, the Inters, I was gambling on the wets, but the Inters seemed to do the job quite well.
Yeah. Absolutely. So looking back at today's race, you say you're pretty happy with it?
Overall, especially after qualifying,
Yeah.
I thought it was a good lap. It was P7. I was like, oh no. So coming out with a P4, it's definitely
Good stuff. Yeah. Really
definitely
good.
happy with it.
So, of course, brand new season 6. Going into the rest of this season, have you got any expectations set for yourself? Where do you think you'll end up at the end of the World Championship? I know it's a long way, but you got a rough
Yes,
idea where you want to be?
absolutely. I think last season I managed. I think I just missed out on P3. But the likes of Ollie and Collins weren't as consistent last season. But if they're going to be more consistent this year, then I think I'll struggle with repeating what I did last year.
Yeah.
So a top 5, 6 maybe, and I think I'll be pretty happy with that as long as it stays competitive. I'd like to be in
Hopefully.
or around the podium.
Yeah, good stuff. Really good. Sorry, did I cut you off?
No, it's all
Okay.
good.
I was to say, next question. Of course, we don't have a calendar, do we? We have the track voting system. Is there any tracks you're
We
hoping
do.
that will come up?
Maybe a couple of like Spain, Vegas.
Oh yeah,
Trying to think. Abu Dhabi's another good one.
love Abu Dhabi. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi's a favorite of mine.
Yeah,
I was wounded when we didn't end off there. 'Cause it
mate.
would fit in the
I
last
was
round.
gutted. Yes,
Would
I completely agree. So there's a lot of people that like they. I've worked in a lot of leagues where they're just so happily ending the season off with a random round, and I'm like, it's got to be Abu Dhabi. It's got to be Abu
Gotta be,
Dhabi.
it's gotta be. But no, I think it helps that I'm in another league on Saturdays and do like 100% races.
Yeah,
So the likes of Vegas and Spain I've done quite recently. So while it's been in my head recently and I've been in a good rhythm, obviously keeping it clean for 100%. I think you just kind of build that pace when you're doing
yeah.
100%ers. So they're definitely up there now for one of my better tracks.
Absolutely. And then I've got one final question for tonight. It's like I said, early stages, but you got a world championship prediction you think you can make?
Oof. I think yeah, I want to say Collins, but even regardless of the reserve, it just depends on how many he does miss.
Yeah, definitely.
But if he's staying reserve and he's like doing one every 3, maybe a bit like last season, I think it was around that, then um, I think it's hard to turn against Passy. I would have backed my good friend Linsky, but he's away
Yeah.
in Singapore. Funny enough, he's actually in Singapore at the minute. So he's missing, I think, the first 2, maybe 3 rounds.
Right.
So the point deficit might be a bit
definitely.
large by them to come back from. But he was looking good last season with Passy. Up until the last few races, which he I think missed. So yeah, so I think Passy's hard to turn against if Collins isn't as week in week out as the full timers.
Absolutely. Well, that is it for tonight. But I appreciate you joining me. I really do.
You're very welcome.
I've really enjoyed this format of the post race interview. So if you enjoy it, I might bring it back. Hopefully we can keep it going.
Absolutely, it's been good to
and
listen to.
yeah, absolutely brilliant. So I'm glad you enjoyed, and hopefully next week we can do the same. But whole season ahead of us, it's going to be pretty good, isn't it? So thanks for joining us, mate. And
Very welcome.
and I'll head off. But
Thank you for having me.
no, you're welcome. It's been good to speak to you.
Nice to see you, mate. Have a
See
good
you later.
night.
You too. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the post-race interviews. We are done with the first round of this season. The first round is complete for Extinguished Motorsports. We have done it. 9 more to go. It has been an absolute pleasure commentating for you tonight. Brilliant race. Post-race interviews have been brilliant. We've had a lot of messages in the chat. Schedule's pretty full, so I can start that project. Okay, no worries, Matt. That's absolutely fine. Had a bit of lag. That really wants a new 2021 Abu Dhabi. Oh my. Right then, I do appreciate everyone joining tonight, everybody. It has been really good. Next week, I'll be back, hopefully, with the same post-race interviews, because it has been very fun for the first round of Extinguished. I'll be more involved this season. It has been really good on the Wednesdays. But I'll be back next Wednesday at 8:30 at the same time. Make sure you're ready for it, because it has been superb. Love you too, that pro gamer. Thank you very much. It's been great you being with us. And watch out on the YouTube as well, because we're gonna get the post race like sum up video, about 8 minutes long, roughly 7-8 minutes of the whole race. So make sure you're watching out for that one. I'll send it in the chat later on. But thanks for joining me, and have a very nice evening, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.